You may have noticed that no one showed up for Ms. Heard in this courtroom other than her sister. Every other witness who traveled to Virginia for her was a paid expert. This is a woman who burns bridges. Her close friends don't show up for her.
And right out of the gate, the defense is attacking credibility, because in a courtroom, credibility is everything. Notice what Camille Vasquez is doing here. She's not just defending Johnny Depp, she's dismantling the idea that every witness was somehow bought and paid for. And honestly, that's a risky argument to make when many of these witnesses are police officers, hotel staff, and independent third parties. The jury's probably asking themselves one question right now: how many people would actually need to lie for Amber Heard's story to fully work?
Mr. Rottenborn tried to discredit Mr. Depp's witnesses by suggesting they're all on Mr. Depp's payroll. So he doubled down on the hoax theory, that everyone's just lying. First of all, it's not even true Keenan Wyatt is on his payroll. Ben King isn't on his payroll. Officer Melissa Sines isn't on his payroll. Morgan Tremaine isn't on his payroll. Officer Tyler Haddon, he's not on his payroll. Beverly Leonard, Alejandro Romero, Brandon Patterson, Morgan Knight, none of those people are on his payroll. And Kate Moss is most definitely not on Mr. Depp's payroll. Ms. Heard wants you to believe that all these people are lying. Let's talk about the Boston plane. Ms. Heard wants you to believe that the recording you heard is from the Boston plane flight.
This is one of the most emotionally charged moments in the entire closing argument. Camille flips the narrative completely. Instead of focusing on Johnny Depp's behavior, she focuses on the act of recording itself. And that's strategic. She's inviting the jury to stop looking at Depp as the aggressor for a second, and start questioning the intent behind the evidence collection. Was this documentation for safety, or documentation for leverage? Huge difference.
But that's quite telling. What did Ms. Heard capture of this supposed rampage? Mr. Depp moaning in distress? That's what she chose to record. What sort of person records something like that? What sort of person takes pictures of their husband or boyfriend or fiance who's struggling with sobriety, nodding off with ice cream dripping down his leg, his hand in his pocket, or asleep on the ground? What sort of person does that? Definitely not someone that's afraid of him. And Ms. Heard's attorney told a story of May 21 that was completely, utterly inconsistent with the testimonies of Officer Sines and...
Pay attention here, because Camille is shifting from legal argument into motive. She's reconstructing a timeline for the jury. Police leave, 6 days pass, then suddenly the allegations go public, TMZ gets tipped off, magazine photos appear, and the divorce narrative explodes into headlines. Whether you agree or disagree, this is classic courtroom storytelling. Build the timeline, suggest intent, and let the jury connect the dots themselves.
Haddon, who testified clearly that they saw no signs of injury, no sign of property damage. And she told a story about how Officer Sadanaga's testimony was also wrong. She testified that the report was only required in case of a crime. Ms. Heard's attorneys tried to tell you that Mr. Depp apologized on May 22nd because he had hit Ms. Heard. Mr. Depp didn't apologize to Ms. Heard on May 22nd for hitting her. He apologized because he was leaving Ms. Heard. And this was a woman that, in spite of all her violence and all her rage, Mr. Depp, he loved her. He had been with her for years. Of course he apologized when he finally...
Pay attention here, because Camille is shifting from legal argument into motive. She's reconstructing a timeline for the jury. Police leave, 6 days pass, then suddenly the allegations go public, TMZ gets tipped off, magazine photos appear, and the divorce narrative explodes into headlines. Whether you agree or disagree, this is classic courtroom storytelling. Build the timeline, suggest intent, and let the jury connect the dots themselves.
broke it off. Ms. Bredehoff also tried to tell you that Ms. Heard did everything in her power to keep the authorities away and to not get Mr. Depp in trouble on May 21st, 2016. Take a minute and think back to what Ms. Heard did 6 days later, 6 years ago today. She walked into court with a visible mark on her face, not wearing makeup that day. She tipped off TMZ, she made it public, and she showed up on the cover of People magazine with a mark on her face. Was that protecting Mr. Depp? Or was she trying to destroy him? Mr. Rottenborn asked you to consider why you're here. So why are...
And there it is, the core argument of the entire Depp team condensed into one sentence. You're here because of a lie. Everything in this trial circles back to that claim. Not whether the relationship was toxic, both sides admitted it was. The real legal question is whether Amber Heard knowingly fabricated abuse allegations in a way that damaged Depp's career and reputation. That's the mountain the jury has to climb.
Are you here? You're here because of a lie. And that was a lie that Ms. Heard repeated in the op-ed. At the start of this trial, we told you that this trial is about the evidence. The evidence overwhelmingly shows that Ms. Heard is an abuser and that she is a liar. She lied about Mr. Depp and took on the role of a lifetime as a public figure representing domestic abuse. What is her...
This ending is sharp because Camille narrows the jury's focus down to actual evidence instead of emotion. Videos, texts, photos, she's basically saying, where is the proof of repeated physical abuse? And in celebrity trials especially, emotion can easily overpower facts. But jurors are instructed to decide based on evidence, not internet opinion, not headlines, and definitely not social media trends. Question for you guys watching, if you were sitting on this jury, what piece of evidence would matter most to you?
Best evidence of that abuse? A video of Mr. Depp banging cabinets around, and text messages of Mr. Depp using bad words and dark, ugly humor, but never once admitting to abuse. Pictures of Mr.